Hey, we're back here on Inside the Vandals, and we're joined now by Idaho Vandals head soccer coach Derek Pittman. Coach, thanks for being with us.
Well, thank you very much for having me on.
Well, hey, let's start off first talking a little bit about that Eastern Washington game. You had the season finale there at home, a 1-1 tie. What did you like in the game? What didn't you like?
You know, I thought we defended very well. Eastern Washington has a very good attack. They've got 3 or 4 players up top that are very dangerous, and he actually rotates a good group of players in off the bench. And so I thought our players did a very good job of staying focused on what we needed to do defensively. I thought the biggest thing we lacked was a little bit of a punch up front, you know, a little bit of an excitement and enthusiasm of some of our forwards to go and obviously score the opportunities that we had. But overall, I thought it was a very just a very focused effort, and we did what we had to do to get the results. It was a little disappointing in how we gave up the goal in the end, and we were a little bit unlucky on the attack to hit the post a couple times, and their goalkeeper came up with a couple big saves. But in the end, I thought it was a fair result, and we were just happy to use that game to prepare us for this week.
Well, obviously now you guys are focused on the Big Sky tournament, but first I have to ask you, how does it feel to be Big Sky champs, undefeated in conference play, 9-0-1? How is it?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, completely unexpected. I think we knew we were going to be a much better team than we were last year, but I don't know if any of us could have guessed that we would have been able to go undefeated through the conference season. The Big Sky, the thing that I love about it is that there's a lot of parity. On any given day, a team can go ahead and beat you. And so for us to be able to play through an entire 10-game season unbeaten and really only have 1 tie and 9 wins was just absolutely fantastic. Really, really proud of our players and how they went out and played every opponent, treated all of them with respect, and did an excellent job, coming away with some really positive performances.
How special will it be? Because in the Big Sky, that's the most games a team has ever won, I believe it is. Is that something you're always going to remember as a special thing?
I think so. I mean, it's not something that we set out as far as a goal or anything was concerned, but for us to be able to go through this conference season undefeated with 9 wins, the most out of any Big Sky team ever in the history of the program, the conference, was just really fantastic, and something our players, I hope, really understand how fortunate they were and how well they've played, obviously, to be in that situation and to garner that type of an award.
I mean, how big is it for you guys to be able to host the Big Sky tournament?
Well, we hope it proves to be very beneficial and huge for us, because we have gone the regular season undefeated and haven't lost at home this fall. So we feel very comfortable here at home. We feel that our fans are huge for us. The attendance has been great at all of our games, and we hope our fans will continue to come out and support us this week. But we know that a lot of teams have a hard time playing on our field, and it's not easy. And so we hope to use that to our advantage and hopefully help us bring home a Big Sky tournament championship.
How is your team's mindset as you guys get ready to head into this thing?
I think it's very positive. I think they're really confident. I think there's a few things that we need to go back over this week just to continue emphasizing what we do well on both sides of the ball, how we defend, how we attack. But I think most of all, our players are hungry. I think they're excited about this opportunity to play whoever we end up matched up with on Friday in the semifinal game, and then hopefully make it on to the championship game on Sunday.
What are you most looking for from your team? If there's one thing that, if we take care of this, I like our chances, what is that thing?
Defense. I feel we've done it very well all year. We've had 9 shutouts on the season out of our 18 games. I think if we can go out and shut our opponent out and really limit our opponent's chances on goal, I feel that we will score a goal somehow, some way, whether it be through the run of play or whether it be on a set piece. We're going to have our opportunities to score. But we've got it. It all starts with our defense. And if we do that well and we stay organized defensively, it gives us a great opportunity to beat whoever we're matched up with.
And finally, Coach, not to look ahead, but if you guys do end up winning on Sunday, which we're absolutely hoping for, what's next?
Well, the NCAA tournament, you get the automatic bid from the Big Sky tournament to go into the NCAA. So you'd be one of the final 64 that make it into the NCAA tournament at the end of the season. And so, we'll just wait and see on selection show Monday where we might get sent off if we're fortunate enough to get there. But right now our focus is on just preparing for Friday, and we'll see who we get to match up against after the quarterfinal matches on Thursday.
He's head coach Derek Pittman. Make sure to come out and support this team. The game's tomorrow, Friday at 1 p.m., so make sure to be there. It's going to be huge. Coach, thanks so much for your time.
All right, thank you guys, and go Vandals.
Hey, coming up, well, a big weekend for the Idaho volleyball team as they punch their ticket to the Big Sky Tournament. Ricky Gillespie with the story.
Idaho needed 2 wins this past weekend to have a chance to earn a spot in the Big Sky Conference Tournament. Thursday, the Vandals gained momentum by taking down Montana State for the 2nd time this season. Senior Caitlin Peterson led the Vandals with 12 kills, and sophomore Becca Mao closed the night with 9 kills and a career-high 64 attack percentage to help in the victory. It would all come down to Saturday. The Vandals needed one more win against Montana on Halloween night after a Portland State loss to secure a spot in the conference tournament. The Vandals went into the half tied at 1 set apiece. As they hit the third, the Vandals again relied on Caitlin Peterson and Sarah Sharp, who combined for 14 kills in the final 2 sets to earn a 3-1 victory over Montana, clinching a spot in the tournament. Peterson finished with a team-high 14 kills, while Sharp added 13.
We had that sense of urgency about it. We knew we had to want it more than them because they want that tournament bid really bad, so we just tried to fight for every point and take it one at a time.
It's really good for us. We've been kind of struggling a little bit at practice with having some urgency, and these 2 games really showed that we did a lot better at that.
As the Idaho volleyball team makes their final push towards the conference tournament, they still have much more work to do.
Well, every team that we play is doing something a little bit different. They all have a different strength. And then we have to make sure that we're doing the things on our side. I thought we did a great job early on of establishing our middles, getting them the ball, which opened up our pins, and then our passing went down a little bit to where we couldn't do that. So I think that's going to be the biggest thing going forward is we have to keep working on our passing game. We have to win the serve and pass battle so we can run our middles, establish it, and then that's going to help our pins out.
Idaho has 4 games remaining before the end of their season. The Idaho volleyball team will have a chance to make the improvements and get a solid seed for the tournament. And it starts tonight inside the Memorial Gym against Southern at 7 o'clock.
Hey, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Inside the Vandals. Make sure to join us next week as we look back on the Vandals game against South Alabama, and we look ahead to the home game back here in the Dome. That'll be against Appalachian State. So as always, make sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and we'll be back here same time, same place next week.
Number 10, Matt.